Manchester United bombshell transfer that could change and bring glory back to Old Trafford. Hey football fans, welcome back to United News. Big transfer updates today. Manchester United is in the headlines once again as they're making waves in the summer transfer window. Fabrizio Romano shares fresh Gyokeres update amid Man United done deal reports. Ruben Amorim would be interested in a summer transfer window move for Victor Gyokeres, but it will depend on multiple factors for Manchester United. Fabrizio Romano has confirmed in his exclusive GivenSport newsletter. Gyokeres has been in exceptional form during the 2024-25 season, solidifying his reputation as one of Europe's most prolific strikers. The Swedish attacker has made a major impact domestically and in Europe, where he is among the top scorers with 5 goals, including a standout hat-trick in Sporting's 4-1 victory over Manchester City. This outstanding form has naturally attracted interest from several top European clubs, with United being heavily linked. The speculation is further fueled by United's appointment of Ruben Amorim, Gyokeres' former manager at Sporting, who took over at Old Trafford in November 2024. Amorim's interest in Gyokeres obvious. Man United are struggling in the Premier League. Writing in his exclusive GivenSport newsletter, when answering a question about whether Amorim would be interested in signing Gyokeres this summer, Romano confirmed that their relationship is excellent. I think that's obvious. Amorim interest in Gyokeres. He scored tons of goals with Amorim, so the relationship is excellent. Would be crazy to think the opposite. But nothing is decided yet, as it will depend on budget available, European competitions for United and more. Under Amorim's guidance, Gyokeres thrived in Portugal, scoring 66 goals in 68 appearances. There's little reason the Swedish striker won't be able to transfer his goal-scoring ability to the Premier League, and he's played in England before after joining Sporting from Championship side Coventry City. Gyokeres is currently plying his trade in the Champions League with Sporting and scoring goals for fun domestically, so joining United might not make too much sense at the moment. Amorim's side are in the bottom half of the Premier League table, and qualifying for Champions League football this season seems an almost impossible task. Reports have suggested that United have a deal in place to bring Gyokeres to Old Trafford in the summer transfer window, but nothing appears to be done just yet. Man United to go all out for FC Barcelona's Alejandro Balde. Manchester United are reportedly still keen to do a deal for Barcelona fullback Alejandro Balde, despite signing Patrick Dorgu in January. The Red Devils have very much struggled to adapt to Ruben Amorim's new system, with some of the players allegedly unhappy with the formation they are being asked to play. One of the biggest problems is that United lack natural wingbacks to properly operate the 3-4-3 formation, but the signing of Dorgu is seen as a sign of their trying to remedy this issue. Nonetheless, United are still interested in bringing in another wingback for the summer, and it has been reliably reported that they are interested in Amorim's former player Giovanni Quenda at Sporting CP. Reports in Spain suggest that United may have another target in mind, in the form of Barcelona's Balde. The report states that the player is making waves in the transfer market again, and his performance has not gone unnoticed in the Premier League, where Manchester United, now managed by Ruben Amorim, are ready to make a €40 million bid to sign him next summer. Amorim is said to want to implement a direct and vertical game to Old Trafford, and the Spaniard would represent significant improvement over Lisandro Martinez and Luke Shaw, especially in regard to pace. Despite the Catalan club's reluctance to sell, Manchester United's offer is a temptation that is difficult to ignore in a difficult economic context for the club. The potential move to the Premier League is said to hold an attraction for Balde, but he is also keen to stay loyal to Barcelona. The report goes on to state that, for now, the only thing that is clear is that Manchester United are determined to go all out for Balde, and Barcelona will need to make a decision on whether to prioritize the financial or sporting side of the club. United have certainly had interest in the 21-year-old before, but with the recent addition of Dorgu, it is questionable that they would spend so much money on another left-back. What's more, the links to Quenda have also come from very reliable sources, and it is logical that Amorim may be more inclined to spend the money on a player he knows and has coached in the past. Man United emerge as serious threat to Real Madrid, PSG £4 1.56 per year Bournemouth standout. Last summer, Paris Saint-Germain were linked with Dean Huijsen as they aimed to bolster their defense, but the Spaniard ultimately signed with AFC Bournemouth. PSG did manage to bring in Willian Pacho, who has been a solid addition to their squad. However, with Milan Skriniar likely set for a permanent exit, the club might be back in the market for a centre-back this summer. Meanwhile, Huijsen's strong progress and defensive consistency have caught the eye of top clubs. Since moving to England, he's impressed in the Premier League and is now attracting interest from several suitors. Are Manchester United a serious contender for Dean Huijsen? Recently, Fishages reported that Manchester United and PSG are two clubs keen on the young defender. However, these two sides aren't alone in the race. Diario AS reports that Manchester United are looking for centre-backs for next season, and one of them is also wanted by Real Madrid, Huijsen. This summer, a new Leny Yoro situation could arise with Huijsen, as both teams will fight for his signing next summer. Real Madrid needs a centre-back and has the Spanish defender among its targets, as he fits within their policy of signing young and promising players. Per Capology, the 19-year-old earns £30,000 per week and £1,560,000 per year with the Premier League side. Man United, tracking Brazilian star very closely, would be perfect partner for Fernandes. Manchester United did not make a forward signing during the winter transfer window. The Red Devils were linked with several high-profile players including Wolverhampton Wanderers' Matheus Cunha, but the club had financial constraints. United are likely to spend big at the end of the season, and AS claim that they are following Cunha's evolution very closely, ahead of a potential approach. The Brazilian star recently penned a new long-term deal until June 2029 with Wolves, but there is a €70 million, £58 million, release clause in his contract at the Midlands outfit. The value won't be less if Wolves are relegated, but there is some room for negotiation. United could swoop for Cunha's services this summer. The 25-year-old has had a fine campaign for the Midlands outfit. He has registered 16 goal contributions from 25 appearances, with 15 of those coming in the league. Cunha started off his career as a centre-forward, but he has developed into a quality attacking midfielder for Wolves. He is presently in the prime phase of his career. The attacker has created 12 big chances in the Premier League this term, 3 more than Bruno Fernandes. He has missed just 2 big scoring chances. Cunha, described as a special player by Wolves manager Vitor Pereira, has also impressed defensively with 5.5 duels, 4.3 recoveries and 1.3 tackles per game. He has likewise excelled with his dribbling skills. The former Atletico Madrid man has won almost 2 take-ons per game with a success rate of almost 50%. In our view, he would be a dream partner for Fernandes in attacking midfield. Cunha has similar traits. He is forward-minded and likes to create and score goals. £58 million seems a fair value for his current ability, but United may prefer to negotiate a long-term payment plan. They could propose a lesser fee up front with add-ons. Sporting youth coach won't be surprised to see Giovanni Quanda join Manchester United. Hails youngsters' incredible maturity. Manchester United are expected to launch a pursuit of Sporting CP's brightest prospect Giovanni Quanda in the summer. Under the guidance of Ineos, Manchester United are prioritizing the recruitment of young players. That has been evident with the arrivals of Aidan Heaven, Cheeto Obi, Seko Kone and Patrick Dorgu. Perhaps the biggest deal yet, since Sir Jim Ratcliffe took control of football operations, was the arrival of Leny Yoro, after hijacking Real Madrid's attempts to sign the highly rated French centre-back. United must continue strengthening the squad in the summer to return to competing for the biggest honours. It doesn't help that the Reds are having a terrible season in the Premier League, with Ruben Amorim's side positioned 13th in the table after 24 matches. There are several areas of the team for Amorim to improve, such as the defence, midfield and attack. Sporting coach expects Giovanni Quanda to join Manchester United. One player on United's radar all season has been Giovanni Quanda. The 17-year-old is enjoying an impressive breakthrough season for Sporting CP after Amorim gave him his professional debut in August. Quanda has started 18 league fixtures this season, on top of 9 Champions League ties, with the latest coming last night as Sporting suffered a 3-0 defeat against Borussia Dortmund in the playoffs for a place in the knockout phase of the competition. Sporting youth coach Bernardo Bruschi says he would not be surprised to see Quanda arrive at Old Trafford in the summer transfer window. Speaking to Portuguese newspaper Ebola, Brushy said, "Seeing his name associated with clubs of the biggest size in Europe surprises me just because it is so early. I am not surprised if he gets there. Quenda could be the first sporting player to follow Amorim to United. But the Reds have been linked with several of the head coach's former players, including Victor Gyokeres. Quenda mature for his age. United's previous recruitment team was heavily criticized for signing the wrong players. Ineos will want to clean United's act up in the transfer window by changing that and signing only players who have what it takes to wear the red shirt every week. Jadon Sancho is arguably the best example of where the recruitment has gone wrong in recent years, but it sounds like Quenda is a bright kid determined to focus on his football. Brushy hailed the youngster for his maturity and how he plays like a player well beyond his years. This bodes well for a prospect heading towards the top. He added, "Sometimes we forget that Quenda is only 17 years old. His maturity, his quality, and the performance he can already give to the team, even though he is so young, are something out of the ordinary. And that makes us forget his age, but in fact he is only 17 years old and has a lot to improve and grow. But he is already a player who is at a state of maturity far ahead of what is normal for his age." Stay tuned as we break down all the latest rumors and what they mean for United's future. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for all the freshest updates on your favorite club.